Hi everybody, welcome to VLSI Point. So in today's video, we are going to talk about VLSI startup companies. So is it worth joining VLSI startups in 2025? Well, if you have this doubt, then this video is for you. Especially all those students who are suffering to get enough job opportunities or internships offer. If your CGPA is low or if you are from tier 3 colleges but willing to start your career in VLSI field, then this video is for you. If you are watching my videos first time, then this is Shweta, research scholar at IIT Dhanbad. I am doing research in neuromorphic computing. You can follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram and ask your personal career related doubts. Joining a VLSI startup in India in 2025 can be a fantastic opportunity for growth and innovation. However, it has both pros and cons, so do your research before taking a decision. Remember guys, a right startup can be a launching pad for your career in the exciting field of VLSI. By the end of this video, you will have a clear idea whether you should choose a startup company or not, which type of startup company would be the perfect fit for you, and how long you have to stay there. Also, I'll share a list of startup companies where you can apply for jobs and internships. So watch till the end. Subscribe VLSI Point to get electronics engineering related content. You can follow us on Instagram to get the latest update. So first thing first guys, let's talk about the current scenario of VLSI startups in India. From last few years, we have seen a significant rise in the number of startups in semiconductor industry. And all these companies are not a small players. Few of them are really waving high in the world of semiconductor. So yes, India's semiconductor industry is gaining significant momentum, and thanks to strong government support to startups involved in chip manufacturing, packaging and designing. In 2021, Indian government launched the Semicon India program, allocating 76,000 crore, that is around $9 billion, to encourage companies in various semiconductor areas, including the silicon fabrication and display technology. This was followed by the Indian Semiconductor Mission, that is ISM, in 2022, aimed at creating a vibrant semiconductor ecosystem to position India as a global hub for electronics manufacturing. India has also formed partnership with several major global companies including AMD, Micron and Qualcomm to establish manufacturing facilities in the country. Union Cabinet recently approved the creation of India's first semiconductor fab, which will be developed by the Tata Group in collaboration with Taiwan Powership Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation. Let's see some advantages of joining VLSI startups in 2025. First and the most significant advantage of joining a VLSI startup company is your learning curve. Consider two students. One student is working in MNC and other student is working in VLSI startup company. After 2 to 3 years, when you compare both the student, then you will come to know that the student working in startup will have a very high in-depth knowledge related to the semiconductor industry, related to his chosen field. However, the student working in MNC will know but not that in-depth knowledge as the other student know. And this is only the reason MNCs prefer those students who have already worked in startups. They give more priority to them. And that is why I'm telling you guys, if you are not getting enough job opportunities, if your resume is not getting selected in MNCs, then start applying in VLSI startup companies, because they focus more on your skills, not on your college tag. If you have very less CGPA in your BTech or in your MTech and struggling to get job offers, then VLSI startups are for you. I was getting few comments from you guys that make a video for those students who have career gaps, who have completed the BTech or MTech but not getting job offers. So guys, this is a very good time for all of you to apply for internships or job. Just focus on VLSI startups, improve your skills and apply in as much startups as possible. It's my personal suggestion that being a fresher, you will get more opportunities in startup companies as compared to the MNCs. Mean to say, you will get more exposure. You can explore different domains and you can decide which one is the perfect fit for you. However, in case of MNCs, you will be a small part of a big team. So you will not get that kind of exposure. Talking about the working environment of startup, so there you will get limited workforce and resources, and hence you will get more opportunities to learn and explore. As compared to MNCs, you will have more responsibilities there. Remember one thing guys, your college tag or GPA matters until you enter in any field. So if you are struggling to get enough opportunities, just work on your skills and start applying in startups. No matter you are from electronics background or from IT field, but startups could be the best option to start your career in your particular industry. You can cover up year gaps and low CGPA on the basis of your skills. Innovation and cutting-edge technologies, challenging work environment, career growth opportunities, ownership and autonomy, exposure to the entire product development life cycle, faster decision-making process, potential for equity and rewards, networking and industry exposure, contribution to the industry transformation. These all are various advantages of joining VLSI startup companies. While joining VLSI startups can offer you ample opportunities, but it is important to be aware with challenges that may come with joining startup companies. VLSI startups, especially in their early stage, may operate with very limited resources. This can impact the availability of tools, equipment, and skilled personnel, making it challenging for you to handle the projects. Sometimes they struggle with financial instability, and this can create uncertainties in your salary, offers, and job security. Startups often operate with small team, requiring employees to take multiple responsibilities. This can result in a high workload and tight deadlines. As compared to MNCs, in startups, you may get fewer experienced professionals for mentorship. Startups may not always offer extensive benefits and perks as MNCs give. Despite all these challenges, many professionals find their experience in working VLSI startup companies to be highly rewarding. Personally, I recommend you guys to take calculated risk. If you are a fresher, if you are not getting enough opportunities, just go with startup. You can spend your 1 or 2 years there and then you can switch to MNCs. Even if the salary is low, even if you need to sign a bond of 1 year or 2 years, but it is always advantageous to join a startup company in the initial phase of your career. You can improve your skills and explore different fields in the starting days of your job, and then it's your choice whether you are willing to stay there in the startup or to switch in MNCs. Take care of one thing guys, before taking a decision, just research for the right startup. Indian government has introduced various initiatives and policies to encourage the growth of semiconductor and electronic industry. Schemes such as Make in India and electronics manufacturing clusters have provided incentives and supports for startups in the VLSI sector. Collaboration between VLSI startups, research institutions, and academia have played a crucial role in fostering the innovation. These partnerships provide startups with access to cutting-edge research and development, enabling them to stay at the forefront of technological advancements. The increasing demand for semiconductor solutions globally, driven by advancements in artificial intelligence, 5G technology, and the Internet of Things, has created a significant market opportunity for VLSI startups. Indian companies are leveraging these demands to establish themselves as key player in the global semiconductor market. These startup companies also get the benefit of venture capital funding. Investors, both domestic and international, are recognizing the potential for growth in this sector and are actively supporting startups with the capital needed to drive innovation and scale operations. So before choosing a startup, you have to take care of all these points. How much funding has obtained by the startup, which type of projects they are handling, how many employees are working there, when the startup has started, what is the work culture and financial health. Actually, you can take feedback from the existing employees. Glassdoor and LinkedIn can help you to understand the company culture and the interview process. So overall guys, joining a startup company is a win-win situation. You can improve your skills and gain experience along with working for the growth of that particular company. It's my personal suggestion that there is nothing wrong to join VLSI startup companies in the initial days of your career. After that, it's completely your choice. You can choose improving the skills or your financial stability. This is a list of VLSI startups. Most of them are Bangalore based. So check it out guys. You can check the official website of them and apply for the internships and full-time job. In startups, interview rounds are less time taking as compared to MNCs. You may get the final result in just one day. But before approaching any company, be clear with your goals and then start applying. That's it for today's discussion. If you found this video useful, hit the like button and subscribe VLSI Point for electronics engineering related content. Follow us on Instagram to ask your personal career related doubts. See you soon guys. Till then, keep learning and stay curious.